All right. Ooh, look at that. Switchblade Club merch. You know where to get it. But all right, it's coming. It's coming. Wait, I don't know. Is that a pause?
Absolutely.
Pause.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Wait. All right, this is Rene's weekly rants, and don't take this like I'm a angry person. I'm not, but I do call out some things I don't like. I'm just being honest. What are these trucks doing? Okay. I'm just talking about some things I don't like, and it's not really that serious. These trucks are blocking me in. They're blocking me in. Ah! Are you kidding me? Oh my God. All right, let's make some moves. Move out my way. This does not count as a rant. There is all these trucks blocking me from getting to work. Now I'm late. I'm just joking. I was already running late. But they made me later. I already forgot what I was talking about. Whatever. Cut the video. I'm just joking. All right, back on track. I'm just ranting because I'm bored, okay? On my drives. But what I don't like? You know what I don't like? And I'm gonna explain it. Is baggy pants. Yeah. And it kind of boils down to more so baggy jeans. But let me explain. I know it's all the rage now with the kids again,
Sup with the whack PlayStation suck.
I am a 90s kid. And when I say 90s kid, I mean I was born in 85. That means I was a kid in the 90s. That's what that means, okay? So I wasn't born in the 90s. I was born in 85. 85. So 90s, I was in elementary school, going into middle school. I know how it was. And I didn't like baggy jeans back then. Now, did I wear them? Yeah. But a couple things here. I wore them because honestly, they didn't have skinny jeans back then. Skinny jeans wasn't a thing until what was it, like the 2000s? Mid 2000s? And when I say, of course, actual jeans that were skinny existed, but they didn't sell them like skinny jeans, right? You had to buy like I forgot what they were called. It wasn't even like slim. It was like, like normal or so. It was something like that. And I preferred those over baggy jeans. I know that, that was the cool thing, and I didn't care. It looked good on other people.
Sup?
It looked good on Wu-Tang. But I was never a fan of the baggy jeans, especially overly baggy pants. And it's back around. I know everything works in a cycle, and it's back around, and I hate it. I'm just joking. It's not that serious. But, because a lot of people pull it off. It looks good on a lot of people. Me personally, I can't do it. I don't like boot cut. I never liked boot cut jeans. Just anything like flowing over. I just never liked it. And I did wear baggy jeans like, when I was, let me say 12 to like 15, 12, 15, 16. But I also had, oh, look, my camera going. But it was mostly hand-me-downs. But not even hand-me-downs. My older brother, there was a certain time period where we were sharing clothes. And I would just wear what he wore. So he'd wear my clothes. He'd have his friends steal my clothes. Different story. But I would wear the jeans. So whatever jeans he got, I was wearing too. And back in the day, you know, we didn't have like tapered jeans. You know what we did was tuck the bottoms in our socks, you know?
Oh, what a loser!
We tucked the bottom of the pants in the socks, so it'd be like baggy, but then I used to struggle with it every day. I'm like, this don't look good. But I wore them. I made it work. It'll look good with like, if you wore like boots and stuff.
Scorching.
You know, but, you know, get them lugs. When we used to rock them lugs. But, I'm not a baggy jean person, man. And when it came back around, I'm like, oh, no. And like I said, a lot of people pull it off. It looked good. I don't like the overly baggy stuff. And what I did realize, I'm not a fan of baggy pants. But I don't mind certain pants now that are baggy. You know what I'm saying? Jeans, I don't know if I'll ever come around. I can't do it. I do realize, like, certain pants, I don't mind wearing a little baggy. Especially now, because my body type has changed over the years. So now I kind of gotta, I can't always wear tight stuff. I was always a tight jean dude. Like when skinny jeans came out, I was like, rejoice. You know, I was like, this is cool. I can actually go to the store and buy these. I didn't have to go to the thrift store and buy old jeans that were, I was hoping that was like skinnier, you know? Does that make sense? Because before, I wasn't wearing the women jeans. Like, I had a lot of friends back in the day, you know, back in the emo scene, you know, that day, those days, great days, by the way. But when that scene, and then I saw the people, I was like, oh man, I like tight jeans, so I want to buy tight jeans. So I was just getting my jeans from the thrift store. I was like, oh yeah, here we go, get some jeans, and they used to cost like $1. This is when the thrift store, you know, before Macklemore ruined the thrift store for everybody. I used to get clothes for $1, $2. And I'm talking about, I used to buy like crazy pants from the thrift store. I get all my jeans from the thrift store, jackets. I used to love the thrift store. And then all of a sudden, I don't even remember how that song go, but he want to put the thrift store on the map. And then all of a sudden, skyrocket prices. Annoying. I can't even enjoy thrifting anymore. I can't get no jeans for $1 anymore. And I'm talking about, they were good jeans. I used to find jerseys all the time. Oh, don't get me started on that. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, so were we talking about women's jeans? Okay, yeah. So back in them days, you know, like everybody had the little emo haircuts and blah blah blah. And they're like, they get these jeans, and I'm like, oh, they're tight. They're like, oh, they're women's jeans. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't want those. And they was buying women's jeans. I'm like, I'm not gonna stoop that far, even though they did look nice, and you couldn't really tell because it's like, you know. But I get it. Like they were going for a look. You know, everybody was so. And back in them emo days, you know, they always had their hands in their pockets, and they only took their hand out to, swoop their hair back.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Or swoop their hair. Okay, I loved emo music, emo, screamo. I still do, still listen to it. But no, I wasn't. Relax. I'm not putting on a whole costume for that. I was still shaving my head bald. I wore band t-shirts all the time. I had my skinny jeans. I had my studded belts, my Chucks, and I love that.
That's my credo. No regrets.
But no, I'm not doing the whole hair, eyeliner, and all that and stuff. Especially the women's jeans. I'm absolutely not doing the women's jeans, and But then they came out with skinny jeans, like it was a cut. Is that what you call it? A jean cut? It's like you can go to Levi's and like, I want the I forgot what they were, 5'10s or 5'11s, skinny jeans, and then they came out with super skinny jeans, and if you know me, that was what it was. And then eventually they got too tight, and then you got to back it off a little bit. Because for me, I cared more about a taper, but that's a different story. I care more about a taper in all my pants, but I get it now. Baggy pants, they look crazy. They look crazy. Some kids just take it too far. I understand like the trends and but some people just take it way too far. They take it way too far and they just go overboard with it, and like that's with any fashion trend, right? And that's I can't take like trends that serious. So trends, I don't like following trends, and not because I'm just some super cool dude. It's because I like what I like, and if something happens to be trendy and I'm like, oh, I like that, and not just I like it, but also, oh, I think that'll look good on me, I don't mind wearing it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's trendy, I'm not gonna wear it. I go with what I like and what I think will look great on me for my approval. Anyway, some of y'all look crazy in these baggy jeans. Like y'all got some grandma's window curtains hanging from your legs. And it's weird because when skinny jeans came out, people were like, oh yeah, never going baggy again. Alright, yeah, alright. That's how it always happens with trends, right? They're like, oh, when something changes, yeah, I can't believe how the people we dressed before. Alright. And then it all comes back around like, oh yeah, this is style now. Oh, shut up.
Say Christ is Lord.
It's the style now. Some of y'all don't. Just because it is a trend does not mean you have to wear it. Because just because it's trendy does not mean it's gonna look good on you. Right? Not everybody can just jump on the trend. It doesn't fit everybody. Because you can tell the people that are just wearing it because it's trendy. Like, no, that's not your style. It don't look good on you. Find something else. Right? But what did we learn from this? I don't know, except that Macklemore ruined thrift stores for everybody. All right, peace.
Faith over money, I got my priorities straight. In a room full of vultures, I hold the minority's place. You won't be able to drive if your motor decays. Money doesn't drive me, I'm driven by faith. I can't ever be defined by a price tag or even a brand name. That's like sitting in the middle of quicksand, miserable during your last